aftermath of the tragic crash, the devastating crash that had taken place in Ahmedabad. Now, the parliamentary panel has questioned the Accident Bureau's low budget in this scenario. The parliamentary committee red flagged the lesser funds to aircraft accident investigations and security. The discrepancy in funding raises important questions about the prioritization of regulatory compliance over security infrastructure and accident investigation capabilities. This is what the report has flagged. Now, amidst the Air India 171 crash and the investigations being carried out by the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, they've brought the focus back on the department-related Parliament Standing Committee on Tourism, Transport and Cultural report presented to Rajya Sabha on 25th March 2025. In fact, India Today has accessed this report in which the discrepancy in funding of the AAIB and the BCAS was flagged by the Parliamentary Committee as well. To bring us more context and details into the story, we're being joined by Amit Bhardwaj. Amit, a very good morning to you. You know, in the aftermath of this devastating crash, we see several sectors and their negligence being highlighted and flagged. And now the particular negligence that we're looking at, or rather the lapse that we're looking at, is at a low fund being allocated to accident management, or rather to managing situations of these sorts, emergencies of this sorts, just a meager 20 crore budget, which is rather low. So yes, the focus has now been brought back to the parliamentary committee and the issues that have been flagged by the AAIB and the BCAS while investigating this very crash. Because remember, viewers, when we speak of this very security budget, which is again a meager 15 crore, not even just 20 crore, but yes, security sector has been just allocated 15 crore rupees. That's what we're looking at. And the parliamentary panel had red flag meager 20 crore rupee budget. So yes, we are looking at that very focus. Amit, we have you with us. So yes, when we speak of the investigation that is continuing, several lapses are coming to the fore. It's not just one sector or just the aviation sector that is being looked at, but we're also looking at lapses of these kinds. Low funds being allocated to security checks and to all these emergency response.
Yes, Freya, you know, if we go by the documented word of the Parliamentary Committee, this is the department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture, which had in fact red flagged the budgetary allocations that being made to the Aircraft Accident Investigations Bureau, which now we understand as to why this AAIB is extremely important to India's air safety infrastructure, and precisely in terms of investigations that might happen in tragic incidents like the crash of AI-171. And in fact, they had also red flagged as to how the budgetary allocation to the BCAS, which is responsible for the security of the airport, that is also disproportionate. So the Parliamentary Standing Committee had flagged these issues, and in fact they had also gone on to point out as to how the number of airports in India has grown from 74 in 2014 to multifold as we speak in 2025. So in this particular perspective, when your number of airports are going on are increasing, it eventually means that number of crafts in the air, that's also increasing, and so is the passenger inflow into the India civil aviation industry is growing. In fact, India happens to be one of the fastest growing civil aviation industry in the world. So given that situation, it was natural for the government or the ministry to give more funds to Investigation Bureau, the agency which is responsible for probing accidents, aircraft accidents, as well as the agency responsible for security of the airports. So this particular issue was in fact flagged by the department-related Parliamentary Committee in its report that was presented to the Rajya Sabha on March 25th, 2025. India Today has accessed that particular report, and it clearly points out as to how the fund that has been given to AAIB is around rupees 20 crore, and for BCAS it is rupees 15 crore, and they had in fact observed that more funds need to be given to these two agencies. Back to you.
Right, Ahmed, absolutely. We are looking at this negligence as well and now raising questions as to why the funds were not increased despite their, in fact, coming in recommendations coming in from this very parliamentary committee. But with that, viewers, let's also take you through all the latest updates into this very story, into the very fatal Ahmedabad plane crash. The probe has only intensified with each passing day. Air India now faces heat as probe in the deadly plane crash that shook the nation dives deeper. Air India CEO, the Chief Executive Officer Campbell Wilson, confirmed that Boeing crash on June 12th was well maintained and with its last major inspection only being held in June 2023. He further clarified that the left engine showed no technical snag before. Meanwhile, the Aviation Accident Bureau will take the final call if the recovered black box, which is a crucial piece of evidence, will be sent abroad for further examination or not. That decision is still pending. Civil Aviation Minister, on the other hand, Ram Mohan Naidu, too, held a meeting with the airport directors across the nation and reviewed the ground-level preparedness at the airports.